guys, welcome, vanakkam, vandanam, namaskaram. Today we are going to see evolution part 2. Already we have discussed a lot in evolution part 1 itself. I've said as many things as possible in a very detailed way. Now we are going to see evolution part 2. Okay, so we are going to start from, okay, if you are coming or if you are checking from NCERT question, it will be from evolution of life forms. Okay, from evolution of life forms we are going to start this total episode or this total part. Okay, evolution of life forms. I'm so sorry for the external noise here. It is very hot here. Okay, I cannot switch off the AC. Don't worry, automatically it will be off after some amount of time. And if my voice is not audible, please try to increase your volume, as it is very late. Okay, if I increase my volume now, then they will be coming from down. Okay, then it will be problem for me. Okay, so what is this? What are we going to check over here? There are a few theories. Okay, here also there are a few theories. A few scientists have played a very important role over here. We are going to discuss about them. Okay, so the first one is Charles Darwin. Very important person in this entire chapter. Okay, Charles Darwin. What is the spelling? Yeah, Charles Darwin, not Charles. Okay, so what did he do? He is a person who actually went to a few islands. Okay, he went to a few islands as a trip, not as a trip, as a grand voyage. What does the word voyage mean? It means you have taken a boat or you have taken a ship. Boat is not the accurate word. Ship is the most accurate word. You have taken a ship and you have started to sail all around the world in order to what? In order to see what are the life forms are there, what are the organisms are there, how do different people live, how organisms survive in different places, how climatical changes are happening, what are the seasons, all these things is okay to experience the total difference in the throughout world. They will be going a trip by sea. Okay, that is what we'll be saying as voyage. Okay, so he has participated in that voyage. Okay, so in this one, in the year of 1831 to 1836, yeah, 1831 to 1836, he has participated in this grand voyage. So he went to a few islands. Okay, he went to Galapagos. Okay, Galapagos is the name of the island that he has gone by. Using the boat name is also very important. Okay, not only him, no matter whom they are, if a person is going grand voyage, then they will be keeping a name for their boat. Okay, so here it is HMS Beagle. Okay, here it is Beagle. In Tamil Nadu also there is a movie called Beagle. Okay, it is Vijay's movie. Okay, so coming from that movie to over here, Galapagos, this is the name of the island and this is the boat that is used to reach this particular island. Okay, so this is where, okay, this total location, if you are asking me the location, somehow we are not going to go there, but it's okay. So location is at South America. Okay, South America. Okay, so in this place only he has found finches. Okay, so what finches are these? These are the finches like which has been evolved, which had been evolved. Okay, see, in the time when he went, okay, the time when he went, there were finches, but they were not this much variety. Okay, see, in the beginning only one variety was there, that was seed-eating finches. Seed-eating finches. What are finches actually? What are finches? Finches is a very small type of bird. Okay, this is only the size itself will be. Okay, even in pet stores it is available. Well, it is very hard to tame like other birds. The bird which I have is pineapple conure. It is very easy to be tamed because the size of the bird. But when you are taking finches, it is not that easy. When you are doing hand feeding, you might accidentally even kill the finches because they are that small in the chick. Okay, even when they grow, they'll be only this much in size. Okay, so he has noticed seed-eating finches. Okay, and due to some reasons, I will be also listing out those reasons. Due to some reasons, what happened is these finches just transformed. Okay, they just changed their total characteristic itself. They just turned, or they just converted their total characters itself, like insectivorous. Well, this is not over here, but it's okay. We will also see over here itself. Actually, this comes under what are adaptive radiations. Okay, what is adaptive radiation? In that topic, this one comes. Okay, but it's okay. We will just give a blind introduction to this. Okay, this transformed into 3 different types. Okay, so first is insectivorous. Insectivorous, seed-eating, insectivorous finches. Okay, next is vegetarian finches. Okay, next is seed eating itself. It is not a conversion, we are just writing the same name. Okay, there is no conversion happened over here. Okay, so seed eating finches. These are those 3 different types. Well, the reason, if you ask me what is the reason, is a few reasons are there. First is it can be because of overpopulation. Okay, it can be because of overpopulation. Okay, so if in case overpopulation is there, then automatically there will be shortage in food. Okay, so there will be automatically what? There will be a shortage in food, right? Now at present these 2 reasons are itself enough. Well, there are also some other reasons. Okay, so what can we say? Genetic drift we can say, genetic migration also we can say, then mutation, then natural selection, random mating, all these can be a cause of change. Okay, cause of change. But over here, these are those 2 important reasons which caused seed-eating finches to be changed into insectivorous, to be vegetarian, and also seed-eating finches. Okay, now we will actually see them in picture so that you can just understand them very keenly. Well, not this one. Okay, over here you can see that I have given a list of finches. Well, this is over in our book they have given only totally 4 images. Okay, here I have given a lot. See, the first finches that we are going to handle. Okay, the first finch is vegetarian tree finch. It lives in the tree and it is a pure vegetarian. That means it is a herbivorous finch. Finch is the singular form of finches. Okay, so this will be having a parrot beak-like structure. You just check the beak of it. It will be just like the parrot. The green parrot we have, the Indian ringed parrot that we have, right? Parakeet. Okay, that beak and this beak will be very similar to each other. Okay, so this is what the first parrot beak is. Okay, they will be eating only fruits. Next, coming to this total pattern. Okay, these 3 finches, what are they? Large tree finch, small tree finch, and also woodpecker tree finch. Okay, so these 3 finches are insectivorous finches. Okay, so also if you are asking me their beak type, for these 2, okay, for these 2 it will be grasping beak, and for this one it will be probing beak. Okay, it will be probing beak. Just by the name itself you can easily guess. It is what? It is tree finch, it is also tree finch, it is also tree finch. Okay, so it is woodpecker tree finch, which means that this type of finch lives in the wood itself. Okay, so they want their beak to be arranged, or their beak to be evolved in such a form which should be sharp enough to make a hole in a tree and where they can live their life. Okay, so that is what this probing beak means. And coming to grasping beak, here they are insectivorous, right? So normally insects will be very, very notorious in the sense that they will be very fast moving, they will not be that easily to be caught, okay, and also very irritating. Sometimes, not sometimes, most of the insects, for me they are very irritating. So they have to hunt those insects. So in order to hunt, they want such sort of beak which can grasp those insects correctly in a very accurate way, and they can kill that. So that they want some sharp beak, okay, sharp and also big, large sized beak in order to catch big sized insects. So they are, you can see here, see how big it is, okay. And also for a small tree finch, it will be like with respect to its size, okay. This finch size will be very big, so that is why the beak is also very big. Here this finch size is kind of smaller, so its beak size is also smaller, okay. Next is warbler finch, okay, sorry, yeah, warbler finch, which is also having pro-beaking beak. Okay, so next is cactus finch. See, cactus finch is an example which eats cactus, and also African lovebirds are one of the great examples where they also eat cactus and they make their nest itself in the cactus plant. Then they live over there. Okay, so yeah, they will be also having, see, it will be more lengthier than other finches because cactus is having thorns. They should not be affected, or they should not be injured by those thorns. So you can just see how lengthy it is, so that they can just protect themselves from those thorns. Okay. Next is yeah, small ground finch, medium ground finch, then large ground finch. These finches also lives in the tree, or sometimes they will be living near to the ground level. Okay, their nest will be also near to the ground level only. There are some birds which literally live in the ground itself, okay, which literally live on the ground itself, and those birds, not only birds, literally any creature whichever lives on the ground or in the ground will be vegetarian only. Vegetarian in sense herbivores. For an example, you can take rodents, which are burrowing in nature. Okay, they just burrow and then they live. Most of the rodents, not mostly, literally every rodent will be eating what? Seeds. So also these birds or these finches are having the capacity to eat seeds. They can eat seeds. Seeds in sense like wheat. Okay, because these seeds like wheat, rice, maize, all these seeds are available very close to the land level, okay, to the ground level, so that they can very easily get them. Okay, so according to their need, according to the place where they live itself, you can see their beak type, their name, and also their total nature. The size also depends. Okay, they just because of their livelihood, for their livelihood, they have completely changed their nature itself. This is what the adaptive radiation. Okay, we will see what is adaptive radiation in a very clear-cut way. Now I have given you some explanations for their total structure. Okay. Coming back to our own PDF, it will be taking some time in order to load. Okay, so next is this person is there, right? Who's this? Darwin is there. He went in the year of 1831 to 1836. For 5 years he has travelled, and actually in this 5 years he did not travel anywhere. He was in that particular island only. What is the name of the island? Even I forgot. I was the one who wrote. It is Galapagos. Okay, Galapagos. So he was noticing there these finches. Okay, these finches has changed themselves due to these following reasons. That is what I wrote there. Okay, due to these following reasons. I think today I'm saying everything very slowly because I'm also very tired. It is very late over here, but even though I'm taking, because I'm having examination tomorrow. Okay, so next after this, he has given a few theories. Okay, theories that are proposed by Darwin. Well, here we don't have any space. I will write. Here. Theories proposed Darwin is very important. Darwin, yeah. Okay, so Darwin. What are those theories? First is natural selection. Okay, so yeah, survival of fitness. What is the survival of fitness? See, survivability will be changing. Okay, year to year, day to day, the survivability will be becoming harder and harder and harder. Even if you take humans, many years ago, to get a government job, it was a very easy job. Okay, even government was calling few people and it was providing job. But nowadays, even if you write the examination and even if you have the right marks, okay, opt marks, it's very hard to get government job because population has got increased, IQ got increased, knowledge has got increased, researches has got increased, and nowadays it is very tough for us to get government jobs, right? So because the survivability has got increased, the person who has tuned themselves along with the flow of increase of the knowledge, okay, along with the flow of increase of the technology, along with the flow of world, how they have tuned themselves, right? The person who has changed themselves only can get good opportunities, can get government jobs, all those dreamful lives, I can say. Okay, so along with that, like that only, this is also survival of fitness. It has to change. Okay, these are some theories. In that first theories, that has to change itself with respect to time. Okay, that has to adapt themselves. Adaptation with time. My handwriting is not good. Okay, so next after that we are having also theory of natural selection. This is also something that comes under survival of fitness. Okay, so theory selection. Okay, very important theory. What does this theory say? Okay, it says about the nature will be selecting a particular organism. Well, in our book it is not like that. Okay, they have just given the word called as theory of natural selection. A particular organism will be definitely selected, okay, during some course of time. It's not like nature, it is because of their action. For an example, we have seen Darwin finches, right? They did not get, okay, they did not get their food properly, okay, they did not have enough space, they did not get their food properly. So here in this case, Darwin finches are those which had been selected by the nature to be evolved or to be mutated or to be changed from their previous form to this form. Yes, right. So here these are those natural selected species. Like that, nature will be selecting a particular variety of species, so that will be changed. Okay, here nature in sense the food resources or time, we can say. Okay, so next is also we are having some other reasons also I will write. Okay, some other reasons also I will write along with that one. Competition. Okay, competition is also one of the most important reason. Competition for food, for shelter, for space, for all of these we can say. Next also variation is a very important reason. Okay, yeah, so these are those important characters that we can say. Very important 4 things so that these finches has got changed. Okay. Next, after this, what we are having is we are having another person. Okay, another person who is a friend of Charles Darwin. Okay, in this thing, actually these two persons are friends, and also the timeline where he has researched and his friend has researched are very parallel to each other. When they met and when they interchanged their concepts, then they came to know that a lot of concepts are very similar to each other, and then these two persons finally gave us those theories which I said. Okay, so Alfred Wallace is a person. He has also went for the grand voyage. Actually, when I was studying in 9th standard, 10th standard, I was addicted, also 11th standard we can say, but not that much. I was not addicted in that time. 9th and 10th I was addicted to a game called as ARK Survival Evolved. In that, because maybe because of that, not maybe, definitely because of that particular game itself, now this lesson is very easy for me because I was able to see, it's not paid promotion or nothing like that. My channel is very 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 small, just it has 25 subscribers, but that game is a very big game. So I was playing in that game, right? So it has a lot of dinosaur names in it. Now it's very easy for me to identify any dinosaur. Actually they are given 3 to 4, right? So when I saw that, all my back to memories came to my mind. And also with that I was able to correlate that game to our real life evolution NCRT thing. So it was very easy for me. So even instead of playing some sort of any other game, if you're playing that one, it might be productive comparatively. Okay, so what did this person do? He went to Malay. Okay, Malaysia only we are saying like that. Okay, so Malay, here archipelago. Okay, archipelago. I'm so sorry for the pronunciation. I did not do any research on these pronunciations. Okay, archipelago, Malay archipelago actually it is. Okay, okay. So yeah. So what does the word archipelago mean? It means group of island. Okay, it means group of island. About 1,700. Yeah, about 1,700 islands are there. He also done some researches over there, and they both gave that those rules that we have seen, right? The rules that I have written just now. The survival of fitness, theory of natural selection, also adaptation with respect to time. Okay, all these had been given by these persons, these two persons. Together, they have proposed these theories. Okay. Now we are coming to the ARK game itself. Okay, so here I cannot definitely read it. If you go into that game, there is this one particular dinosaur called as Archaeopteryx. Yeah, Archaeopteryx. There is one dinosaur which will be in the redwoods. That is a very important dinosaur in this total lesson. Even they have asked one-time NEET questions also. Okay. So first we will be coming to the topic, we will be coming to the dinosaur, then we will be discussing about the game and as well as about the dinosaur. Okay, so evidences of evolution. What are the evidences actually? First, we will be coming from fossils. First evidence is what? Fossil. Okay, so fossil is the first evidence for evolution. What are fossils? See, with time, what will happen is, if this is a particular landscape, you can take it as, and there is this particular dinosaur. Okay, let us keep that as X dinosaur. It can be Pterodon, it can be Quetzal, it can be raptor, it can be brontosaurus, it can be triceraptor, it can be mesochops, it can be lystrosaurus, or it even can be what is that? Yeah, it can be also Archaeopteryx, or it can be Mesopithecus, it can be any sort of dinosaur. Okay, so this dinosaur is there now because of earthquake. Okay, so land would have fallen on it. Something, okay, would have caused the death, and also land or some other material would have compressed over that dinosaur. Flesh and skin would have been decayed, and also all other organs would have been decayed. Only their skeletons will be there, and those skeletons will be submerged with rock and with soil. It will be like just like rock only. You have to pay very keen what can I say, concentration in order to notice that difference itself. So this is what these are, what fossils. Okay, and this age, okay, the age of these fossils vary tremendously. Okay, it just varies tremendously because all those dinosaurs which I said, right, they just, I don't know whether and what age they, oh god, the English is stucking, it's not coming out of my mouth. Okay, they did not exist in the same time. I don't know whether they did exist in the same time or not, but a lot of dinosaurs which we think that they all existed in the same time, they did not. Some dinosaurs just extincted a long time before, and some dinosaurs extincted a little bit after the extinction of those long time before dinosaurs. Okay, so some things that we normally use in order to determine the age of this fossil is carbon dating, we can say. Dating the carbon is known as carbon dating. Okay, so carbon dating is one thing. I was just kidding, it is not like that. You have to actually use half-life period of carbon at all. Half-life period. I too don't know that much about carbon dating. Only one thing that I know is that half-life of the carbon is 5,730 years. Okay, 5,730 years. That means, for an example, if you are having 1 gram of carbon, and if you want to convert that into, if this total carbon has to eradicate, or if this total carbon has to change into some other X component, then that will be taking us how many? 11,460 years. 11,460 years will be taking. No. Just multiply this number with 2. OMG. Midnight, no. Brain is using. Currently 11,460 years. It's 11,460 years. It will be taken in order to complete, in order for this carbon to be changed from 1 gram to completely into some other substance. So half-life will be exactly 5,730 years. Okay, so next, the latest model, very advanced and very latest, is this electron spin. Okay, electron spin method. Whereby using this nowadays, you can actually very easily find electron spin resonance. Okay, so by using this one, you can very easily find the age of these fossils. Okay, next is, we are going to discuss a few terms. First is study of fossil. What is this study of fossil? So it is known as plantology. Not plantology. Plantology is different. Paleontology. Paleontology. Okay, paleontology. Then after that we are also having pleiogeny. Yeah, pleiogeny, then ontogeny. What is pleiogeny? Pleiogeny. I'm so sorry for, even I cannot open my eyes. You can say to me, why can't I just sleep, and why can't I take this video morning? I cannot wake up early in the morning if I sleep late. Ontogeny. Yeah. So what is this pleiogeny? Pleiogeny is the evolutionary history. Both are evolutionary histories only. History. Okay. This is also evolutionary history only. What is also this? This is also evolutionary history only, and also this is also evolutionary history only. Okay, so pleiogeny is actually evolutionary history of a particular individual. Okay, it is a evolutionary history of a particular. No. Sorry. Pleiogeny is the evolutionary history of a particular race. It is race, and it is for individual. If you take human itself, humans even have a vast variety of race. Okay, well, it is not racism. It is not based on color. Well, color also plays a very vital role in differentiating every human race. This one, okay, so that means the total human, even if you're taking, okay, in that amongst them, if you're taking one particular human race, now see, humans have a variety of race. In that, the total race if you are studying that, then that is known as phylogyny. In that one particular streamline, if you are taking that, then that is known as ontogeny. You can say on, like there is the grammatical triangle, right? For this, where at, on, in. Sorry. I've written that. In, on. I hope this is what the triangle is. I forgot when I was very young I studied. So at, in, on. Yeah, correct only. At, in, on only. Okay, so like that it is on now. So on is kind of precise than some other X name. Okay, so this is race. Okay, so next after this we are having that Archaeopteryx. So what is this Archaeopteryx dinosaur? That is also given in our NCERT book itself. The name of the dinosaur alone I am saying. Heeeyyyyyy, yeah. Okay. So what is this? Actually, see, this particular dinosaur is a very, very good example of evolution itself. It is an intermediate species of reptiles and birds. See, if you want the evolutionary history, I've also given here, somewhere here. Where is that? Yeah. Multicellular I've given, right? Also in multicellular it still continues like this. Okay, here I will write. See, in after multicellular, first multicellular will be in water only. Okay, first it will be in sea region, then it will be in both, okay, both sea, like not in sea, in water we can say. Okay, water. Okay, in water region, in both water and land. Oh. Then only land, then also in air. From this itself you can just very easily identify. First, what will be only in water? It will be fish, right? Okay, then what will be both in water and fish? It will be amphibians. Even once upon a time, I was growing an amphibian known as axolotl. Okay, the total species I'm saying, it is known as axolotl, found only in one lake of Mexico. Okay, so next, this amphibian would have got converted into reptiles. This reptiles has got two different variants. One is, okay, so one is going to be mammals. Okay, next one is going to be birds. Okay, and Archaeopteryx is there, right? That is in between here. Okay, in between here, in this place you can say. Okay, in between this place when the Archaeopteryx is there. Where if in case in this present time I'm saying, okay, in this present time Archaeopteryx is there. Okay, if it were alive, then you can easily say that just by looking at it, you can easily say that Archaeopteryx is neither bird nor a reptile. It is an intermediate form of reptile and bird because of these following characters that I'm about to list. First, it has tail. Okay, it has tail. Birds also have tail. Yes, right. But birds don't have tail with the invertebrate. They just have what? Feathers. Birds just have feathers. That means if you just pluck those feathers, there won't be anything. But for reptiles, it's not like that. They will have tail. In this tail, they'll be having hair. Okay, hair will be there, skin will be there, and also backbone will be there, or invertebrate. Okay, backbone and invertebrate will be there. this will be there. Okay, but for birds only feathers is there. So this is first thing, right? But this Archaeopteryx is also having feathers. Feathers in its body, and also it is also having what? Wings. Okay, in order to fly. Then it is also having beak, and in that beak it is also having teeth. But one important thing to be noticed is, even though this is having all these scary natures, and also it has claw. This is also claw. Okay. One important thing to be noticed is that this bird is actually passive type. That means if you go and attack it, it will just run away. One and only if it feels very offended, it will be coming and trying to hurt you. Other than that, it will just run away. And if in case this bird were alive now, then what would have happened? You can easily fly like a glider. Okay, it can lift you. It can lift humans' weight. That is also. This is not given in book. Okay, there is a ratio. Okay, so now we have completed Archaeopteryx, very important thing. Then we will be coming to evolution of horse also. Well, yeah, I was thinking to complete evolution of horse along with evolution of man, but first we will complete evolution of horse. In olden time, okay, evolution of horse. Oh God. Okay, horse and zebra both were actually very, very closely related. You cannot see horse hair like just now. If you just see now, if this is going to neck, then horse hair will be falling like this, right? But in old time it will not be like that, and also horse height will be very less. Okay, this not this much, just this much only horse height itself will be there. Like maybe this smartboard size only. This the total height of the horse itself will be. Okay, with respect to time only, horse has started to evolve, and now they have their legs itself for this much height. Okay. I have a mnemonics for this. Okay, in order to memory this. This is actually physics. Okay, mnemonics that I have over here is physics. Mass. Okay, so energy of mass. Energy of mass is potential energy. Okay, means potential energy. Means potential energy. Yes, right. So mgh, mass also plays a very vital role in this. Other than height, also mass is a very important thing in the total potential energy, right? So, okay. So energy of mass means potential energy. Well, that is not the definition of potential energy, but the mnemonics is this one. Okay. So first is E is there. Okay. First, always take first letter. First is E. E means Eohippus. Okay. Eohippus. One thing you have to know, the horse that we say right at present, the horse that we call as horse, right? It is not horse. It should be said as equus. Okay, equus only has got evolved into the common horse that we are seeing now. Equus will not have that hair that I said, right? Hair about that horse thing. It will be kind of shorter than the horse that we have now. Okay, equus will be having kind of shorter hair than the horse that we have at present. Okay. So coming to here, so first this is known as Eohippus. Okay, what is this? This is known as Eohippus. Next is M. M means Mesohippus. There is also another dinosaur known as Mesochops. Mesochops only. Okay, it is kind of like a Komodo dragon thing, but it is very recessive. It is a herbivorous. Plus, yeah, it is very recessive. It will just run away even if you just try to hurt it a little bit. Okay. Next is means. What does this means mean? Means Mary. Okay, Mary. Mary hippus. Okay. Mary the hippopotamus. Next is potential. So for potential it is Pleohippus. Pleohippus. Then at last it is equus. Okay, actually, if you want to go in detail with this, you can just go detail, like with respect to the height of the leg. Okay, with that, from starting from the height of the leg to maximum extent, you can just go. Okay, but this is enough. Okay, just if they are asking question, then that will be coming from here only. Okay, next is evolution of evidences. We have just now completed the basics. Now we are going to in detail one. Okay. First evolutionary thing is actually embryological support of evolution. Okay, first is embryological support of what? Evolution. Okay, so there are two different scientists involved. In the very beginning, even I said the story about Louis Pasteur. Yeah, Louis Pasteur, and also this one abiogenesis. Yeah, abiogenesis, and then Louis Pasteur. Aristotle and also von Helmont. Aristotle von Helmont have said that it is see, Aristotle and von Helmont said that frog and mice came from the soil, insects also came from the soil. Well, von Helmont said that rat came from the sweat cloth of the humans, right? So this was actually said wrong. Okay, it was disapproved. This total abiogenesis itself was disapproved by Louis Pasteur. The exact same thing is happening over here. The disapproval. I said that there are totally two different disapproval according to my knowledge, right? This is for the second this. So there is this one person who is known as Ernest Haeckel. Okay, he said something. We will see what is that something later. First, we will see this one. Okay, he said something which was disapproved. Okay, that something was disapproved. Okay, that something was disapproved by the Ernest family only. Well, not the same family, but they have the same prefix as their name, right? Okay, so Carl Ernest von Baer. Okay, von Baer. Carl Ernest von Baer. Okay, von Baer. Okay, he disapproved Ernest, this person, Ernest Haeckel. Disapproved Ernest Haeckel. Okay, now we will see what did he say. He said that this particular person and this particular person. He said that gills, okay, in the fetus. Okay, we will say that in the infant. Okay, that will be more good. Okay, in the infant, gills. Okay, so gills will be there. And as the time passes, infant means what? The baby that is born in the first 24 hours. Also, we can say fetus. Okay, so this fetus or infant, you can say. So this particular baby will have gills in it. Okay, as the time passes, that gills would have got disappeared. Disappeared with respect to time. Then at last, now it is not there. Actually, this gills in humans were what? Vestigial organs. He just compared it with from other. We will see very clearly about this one. Don't worry. I have even prepared one total slide for this. Okay. So he says that these gills are vestigial organs. So that is why they have got disappeared. We will not use them with time. And also he used that what is that liquid? There is one liquid in ambu something it is there. Maybe if I were a biology teacher, I would have remembered it. Okay, so that particular, because of that particular liquid only, he thought that they have gills, because that is, the baby is completely in a liquid medium only, right? So that is why he thought like that. This Carl Ernest Baer is there, right? He said this very clearly, that embryo never passed through the adult stage. Okay, embryo never pass through the adult stage. Okay, so this is what the presentation. Wait, where is the presentation? Well, you can see that there are few insects. Okay, well, these aren't insects, these are the fetus form. Okay, these are the fetus form of different organisms. This is shark, this is lizard. Okay, then after that we are also having chicken, we are having pig and human. Okay, my favorite dish is chicken only. So first the shark baby. This is how the shark. I'm so sorry. This is for the best picture that I can get. Okay, so this shark is there, right? This is how it is. If you just check the first form of all these fetuses, they will be very similar to each other. This is similar to this, and this is similar to this, this is similar to this, and this is also similar to this. If you have asked me which is the human baby, I would have definitely chosen this is what the human baby is. If you ask me what is this human baby, which amongst them is the human baby, I would have definitely chosen this as the human baby. Okay, but then only I came to know this is what the human baby is. So you can just see that their development just comes later on. First, all their sizes of their eyes are very small in the very beginning. Then they just develop those eyes later. And also here they are having gills. Shark is having gills. Lizard does not have any gills. Chicken also does not have any gills. Pig also does not have any gills. Humans, here a small hole is there. Okay, even here it has a small hole. It has also small hole. It has also small gills. Well, they do have a small gill. Okay, well, for humans it is necessary. Yeah, because for what purpose they have gills? Because they were born in the aquatic, not in the aquatic medium, in the water, in the liquid medium. So in order to survive over there, they will be having some small gills-like structure that provides them enough amount or adequate amount of oxygen or gases that are required. Okay, but with respect to time, that will be closed. Okay, in the time of hatching, for these all it's hatching, right? Okay, and in the time of giving birth. Okay, so it will be just all closed up. Okay, and also they are having this human baby. If you just take the human baby's head itself, the forehead part is there, right? If this is what the forehead part, that means if this is what this part, so this part like this only will be, by the bone will be covered only like this. These parts only will be covered by the bone. Well, these parts will be left open just like that by the tissue. Tissue only will be covering all these areas. Okay, this area will be covered only by the tissue. That is why they will be saying, do not hold the baby over here. Do not even keep your hand over here, because this part is very soft. Literally, it's there is bare brain. Okay, naked brain is there. Just like that, you can keep it. Okay, so next, after this embryological support, okay, after this has been disapproved, we have given a few statements. Okay, we have given a few things. We will also see about them. Okay, so before that, just see the structure. I want to make a few things clear over here. This is one plant which is actually Boger. Wait, here are written very clearly than here. Okay, so over here it is actually it is Bougainvillea. Okay, Bougainvillea. All I know is villa still now. Now I have learned even a new plant. Okay, this is what? Bougainvillea. Just now I have noticed the name itself. Okay, next is this is Cucurbita. Okay, this is Cucurbita. Please do not mind my Cucurbita. Okay, please do not mind my pronunciation. Okay, I was absent when my teacher pronounced all these. Okay, so in these two plants, they are having one extension, same extension only, but their role and their structure, everything is different. Here it plays as a protective layer. Okay, it is a protective layer which protects it from the other organisms, from eating it, from destroying it, and also it gives a sharp structure. Okay, pointy structure. But over here it gives a support. Okay, it gives a support because here this plant is something that is being picked mostly. Okay, that is being bullied mostly by other organisms. But here this plant does not even have the strength to stand like me. Okay, but my thing is I'm being bullied and also I'm not having any ability to stand. Okay, I don't have any thorns. I don't have any tendrils. Okay, so here they just play a very different role. Here it gives support. But over here it does not give any support. It just gives protection. Okay, and one more thing I have to say in this fetus form itself. This is some personal story only. You can keep like 20 to 30 seconds, like, okay. See here, this baby has got those gills, and it has later completely closed. Okay, the chapter closed of the gills. Okay, it has just completely got degenerated. Like there are many organs are there, not in humans. Okay, in many different organisms, many organs are there, and also anything that is not being used. Okay, anything that is not being used will be considered as vestigial organs. Even we humans had once upon a time when we were monkeys. Even now, some of us are monkeys only. Once upon a time when we were monkeys, we had tails, right? Okay, even now, if this is what the vertebral column, then at last there will be some small extension which is actually the vestigial organ. Okay, this is what the vestigial organ is. This is actually considered to be the tail that once upon we had. Okay, but later it has got degenerated. Okay, so best example. Okay, it is not best example, not real life. I'm a very great, really a huge fan of Game of Thrones. I was addicted to that series when I was studying in 8th standard. I just loved it very much. So here in those series, okay, in that Game of Thrones series, there is this one particular family which is known as Targaryen family. So they have this immunity against fire. That means even if they are being put into an volcano and if they are being taken out, they will be white. Okay, they will be just sterile. Nothing will happen to them. They will be clean. They will be alive. That's it. Their clothes would have been burnt. That's it. That's the maximum thing that can happen. Okay, but when they are in the fetus form, they would have got the dragon wings, and later that dragon wings also would have got degenerated. Okay, while they are being given birth. Okay, so like that only, also this gills is being degenerated. That is what I wanted to say. Okay, and this bat, if in case dragons were very real, bats and dragons will be very close family. Only difference is that dragons will have belonged to the reptile family, but bats belong to the mammalian family, and their wings correspond very closely together. Here they have claws. Even dragons have claws, and also bats have claws. Well, there is no such real creature as dragons. If they were to, really it will be very amazing. Okay, we can form by using biotechnology, by biogenetics, all these. Maybe I will be the one who will be forming them. Okay, coming back to those stories, coming back to these stories. See their anatomy. I cannot show you this. Oh God. Okay, see whale. Okay, whale is having their own fin, fin, right? This is what known as fin. Yeah, wings, not wings. Fins only. Okay, so this is over there, right? Their bone structure. The bone structure of this is very similar to the forehand leg structure of cheetah, and also that is very similar to the forehand of man, and also it is very similar to the wings of bat. Okay, so this is what the basic thing that you have to know. Now we will be coming to here. I want to say one very important thing. Now I am hungry and now it is midnight. Very good. Okay, the thing that I wanted to say is very simple. With this we will be completing. Okay, so I'm very hungry. I cannot continue after this. With this one slide we will be ending this total thing itself. Okay, so you have to know two different things. That is homologous organs. Then after that, analogous organs. What are these homologous organs and these analogous organs? We will see like a differentiation. Okay. See, homologous organs will be giving you. No, first we will come to this one, then we will come to this one. Okay. This homologous organ is there, right? This is actually comparison of more than one organ in different species. Okay. Comparison of organs between more than one species. So for an example, we will take like the example that I have shown you here. See, here these organs, okay, all these organs, that means what? Hand is an organ, right? Okay, so it is a limb. So this limb, this limb, this limb, this limb, all these limbs. Well, this is not limb and this is also not limb. This is fin and this is a bat. Okay, bat's wings. Okay, anyways, these all are very similar to their structure. For an example, leave these parts. First, take this one. Thumb finger. Okay, ulna is there, radius is there, all these also, other parts is also there. Okay, ulna, radius, carpal, metacarpal. Carpal and metacarpal are in toe or in hand. Okay, somehow. Okay, all these important necessary parts are there over here. Okay, yeah, humerus, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal, phalanges. Okay, all these are there for all of them. Yes, right. So that means these are very similar structures. Okay, these organs are similar in structure. Similar in structure, but are from different species. Okay, but are from different species. That means their origination. This origination is from man. This origination is from cheetah. This origination is from whale. This origination is from bat. So, but are from different origination. Okay, exact opposite this. This is what homologous is. Okay, so this is what the homologous thing is. Exact opposite to this is what analogous. What is analogous then? They will be having, see here also their role is in homologous. In homologous their role is different. Okay, role is different. One and only one thing will be same, that is their structure. Other than that, everything will be different. Here, this is used for grasping a few things. Okay, this is what known as forceful finger, where by using this finger, it is what very vital for grasping something. Without this, you cannot grasp very easily any other things. Okay, this is very important. So for man, this is actually used for grasping and for movement. Well, this is for running very fastly and to hunt. This is for swimming very fastly and to do something. Okay, this is for flying very fastly. Yes, right. So their role is very different in every place, but their origination is also very different. Only one thing that is same is their structure. This is what homologous is. Well, for analogous, okay, very sorry for this handwriting. It's not my sign also, and even if it were my sign, there won't be any single penny in my bank account because I don't have a bank account. Okay, in analogous, what will be happening is their structure will be completely different. Structure. Okay, will be different. I will write everything very neatly, don't worry. We will just see now. Okay, structure will be completely different and their origination will be also different. Okay, origination will be also different. One and only one thing that is same is that their role play. Okay, role play will be same. Role play will be very same. That means wings you can take. Wings of what? Wings of birds and insects. I told structure is same, not same. It's completely different. Insects wings have cells only. Okay, they have only cells. They have just layers. That's it. Other than that, maybe one or two protective layers might be there. But for birds, how it is? For birds, they have feathers, they have skins, they have flesh. Also, they have bones. Those bones are having some holes in it, so that they can fly on air. Okay, they can fly in the air. Okay, so this is what analogous is. Only one thing is, this has come from man, this has come from cheetah, but their ancestors are same. Okay, ancestors. So this origination means ancestors. So which is same only. For here ancestor is same, for here only ancestor is different. Here ancestor is same. So sorry for this, if they are asking origination, I write them that origination is same. So same, different. Here different, same. Okay. So coming back to here, I hope concepts are very clear. Homologous, that means what? Their function is different. Function. Next, function is different and then origination is same. just imagine, okay, just imagine if in case origination were not same, if origination were not same, then there will be no chance, that their forehands are same, that their forehand structures are same. Here forehand will be same, here it is known as foreleg, here it is known as fin, here it is known as wings, okay. Their names might be different, but all these are forehands only, okay. So here then how can they be same with their structure? They cannot be also same, right? So that is why we can say that origination is same. And still one more thing is pending. What is that one more thing? What is that one more thing that's pending? Function, origination, role. Role, I said. Structure, very important, structure. Oh god. Okay, structure is also same. Okay, so this is for homologous. Okay, so when you are taking analogous, okay, organs. This is also same. Comparison. Okay, all these. Okay, this whenever this terminology is there, such as logos, that means comparison only. So this is common for both this and that. So how about their function? Okay, how about their function? Then how about other different things? Function, same only. Okay, function is same only. Origination is completely different. Insects and birds do not come from the same ancestors, they are completely different. And structure is also completely different. Okay, I will also write them on in blue color. They're not same shade, but it's okay. Blue color, blue color. Okay. Next is type of evolution. There are totally a few types of evolutions that we have to see. Not a few, just 2 types is there. That is divergent, then convergent. Please note this point, Your Honor. That is when 2 divergent evolutions are there. Okay, when 2 or more, okay, 2 divergent evolution or more, okay, divergent evolution are there, then only convergent evolution itself will be formed. Then only convergent evolution itself will be formed. If in case there is only one now, then there is no chance of convergent evolution. Know this point, please. I will explain all of this, don't worry. I will also explain this one. What is divergent? It means diverge. Okay, it means a very vast variety. See, from one species, okay, from one species. Okay, so there are only 2 different examples for this divergent itself. When we are seeing those 2, then only it will be very understanding. Save. We will first save this and we will go to another PDF. It has already got 17 pages. Okay. Here you can see a few organisms. Okay, here you can see a few organisms where, what are they? This variety, okay, this column it is said as placental mammals. Here this is known as Australian marsupials. Okay, Australian marsupials. Okay, marsupials, Australian marsupials. Placental mammals and Australian marsupials. These are completely different. Okay, these are completely different. This is having one variety of ancestor. This is having one ancestor and this is having one ancestor. Okay, they are completely different. Know this one point. But they might be looking similar to each other in terms of look. Even I am having this in my home, mouse. I am growing a hamster. Okay, I am growing a hamster. An hamster. Okay. Yeah. So these are completely different, but they might be similar. For an example, this is also anteater. This is also anteater only. Okay. This is known as what? Flying squirrel. But this is known as flying pallbear, or also very commonly known as sugar glider. My one of the most dream pet. I have to somehow buy it, but it is not in my cost expenditure. Okay, so this is, and this is also very, this is actually what spotted up. Actually, knowing these names is a very big deal for me. Okay, so this is bobcat. Yeah, this is bobcat. Okay, so this is bobcat. See, cat itself is having a very large variety. We are having normally our domesticated cats, right? We are also having wild cats. Wild cats and bobcats are very close, thick friends. Okay, they are very closely related species. And tigers is some a step ahead than bobcat and also than wild cat. Okay, wild cat is what the cat that has got transformed later to little bit more, little bit kind of, okay, not that much, little bit kind of passive is bobcat, and the more domesticated, the most passive, but sometimes it can be also very aggressive when it depends upon the mood swings. Okay, that is the domesticated cats that we are having over here. Okay, the placental mammal is there, right? As I said that these animals are having different ancestors, these animals are having different ancestors, but they might look, okay, they might look same to you. Okay, so when one ancestor, okay, when one ancestor okay, has got converted into different animals, okay, has got converted into different animals, like we have seen here. One ancestor has got converted into mole, like anteater, like mouse, like lemur, okay, then like flying squirrel, like bobcat, okay, then also like wolf. This is wolf, okay, like wolf. And also over here, okay, one ancestor has got converted from okay, from marsupial to what is this? Okay, what is this? This is numbat. This is numbat. Okay, numbat. Then marsupial mouse. Okay, then this is actually spotted cuscus. Spotted cuscus and fox are very closely related. Spotted cuscus, closely related in sense I'm just saying with in terms of look. Okay, this is only family same. Okay, for those cats I'm saying. Okay, next is from that only this Tasmanian tiger cat has also come, and also at last this Tasmanian wolf. Even though these two are wolf, but they have not come from the same ancestor. Okay, so even though they have come from different ancestors, but they are having what, a little bit same type of thing is there, right? Like little bit of same what can I say, look, or little bit same type of characteristics you can say in terms of their phenotypic character. Okay, so this is what known as convergent evolution. Convergent evolution. Okay, wow. Okay, so this, what is it then? What is this adaptive radiation? What is radiation? Alpha ray, gamma ray, beta ray. When they come out of a radioactive element, then that is known as radiation. Well, that is also known as radiation according to chemistry, physics. Okay, but coming to biology, it's not like that. One organism has changed itself, has adapted itself according to the environmental needs, and they have just tuned themselves according to the needs, and then they have changed it. Yeah. Okay, so both are same only, right? Okay, then they have gone to different places, like they have radiated to different places. That is what we will be saying as adaptive radiation. Best example, Darwin finches is an example, then placental mammal is an example, then marsupials is also another example. These three are very great examples. Okay. Please remember all these names. It's not like it's literally you will be definitely getting confusions with these names. Even I cannot remember. It's not even. I cannot remember. Okay, flying squirrel. I'm so sorry for the word even. Okay. So mole, anteater, mouse, lemur, flying squirrel, bobcat, wolf. Marsupial mole, then numbat, then marsupial mouse. See, here you can see a lot of word as marsupial mole. Here also this organism is also known as marsupial anteater. Okay, marsupial mouse, and this is known as spotted cuscus. This is flying. Okay, yeah. Here this is, see, these two are having similar names. That are Tasmanian wolf and Tasmanian tiger cat. Okay, Tasmanian wolf and Tasmanian tiger cat. Their prefix will be mostly same. For what? For marsupials, their prefix will be mostly same. But here you cannot see such sort of prefix. Here, most of them will be having only one name, except flying squirrel. And only flying squirrel is having what, two different names, because it is a squirrel variety which has got adapted according to the needs, which has skin over here. If this were the hand and if this were the body of the squirrel, then over here they will have skin so that they can fly. Okay, just like sugar glider. But the thing is, they are kind of recessive. They are kind of what, more dominant and also more aggressive. They will bite very nicely, and their cost is also very high than them. I don't think we can see this, but we can see these. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope I've covered as much as possible. There is also this industrialization, right? We will complete that and we will end this. Okay, industrialization. Okay, only two different points that you have to know. That is, two different years you have to know. 1850s is 1 year and 1920s is 1 year. OMG, two different years. This is completely 1 year, and also this is completely these are completely different years. That is everyone knows, right? Okay, why am I saying that also? Okay, see over here, it means what? As the time, as we go back, greenery scenes will be very high. Okay, it will be very greenish. So we can say that less pollution. Here it will be less greenish. Actually, this is the time of industrialization. Industrialization. That means here in this time there will be more pollution. Mainly in UK. Okay, in England. Okay, so here it means more pollution. That means here more like here, if in case like less pollution, then more lichens will be there. Here less lichens only will be there, as lichens are what? Pollution indicators. Okay, pollution indicators. And that is a special variety of lichen is that whitish color. Okay, white color. Here also white only. Okay, and also we can say that when pollution is less, organism count also will be very high. Some count will be also very high. Here, when pollution is high, organism count would have automatically got decreased. Okay, organism count would have automatically got decreased. So here what we are going to see is, we are going to see two different moths. Okay, moths. So what are these two different moths? MOTHs. Okay, so what are these two different moths? See, first is dark winged moths. First is white colored. Okay, white color. Next is melanized or dark winged. Do you know why did it got this word called as melanized? Oh god, my handwriting is very poor. Moth. There are totally two different types. One is white color. Next is dark color, or also known as melanized. What does this word melanized mean? Melanized, melanonin is the substance that is responsible for the color of us, okay, for our humans. If in case melanonin is more, it has got secreted more for me now, then I will be more blackish in color. Since it has got secreted in that particular amount in my body, I am in this color. Okay, so yeah, so that is why, since it is dark, that means it has got a lot of melanonin substance in it. So that is why it is known as melanized moth. Okay, 1850. Here that means, see, this is whitish in color. The lichens are normally, they are very high. They will be in the wall. They will be mostly they will be in the forest, in the trees, maybe. Okay, see, these moths are having, not only moths, most of the creatures are having, mainly beetles are having the tendency to be sticking on the tree. Okay, this is for the tree now, and lichen will be there. Then on that there will be these moths, these insects, all these will be there on the bark of the tree. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So in this time, since white color is very high, so white moth, okay, so white moth will be also very high. Okay, which color is very high? That color will be very high, because white moth will be on this white colored bark. So many organisms cannot find them. Okay, but these are completely these are completely opposite to this. white color, right? What these dark moths. So when they are on that lichen, many organisms can easily find them and can easily attack them. They can easily eat them. Okay. So because they don't have that contrasting character. Okay, contrasting character. Well, this particular white moth action is there, right? So this white moth is there that has got disappeared in this white colored bark tree. That is known as camouflaging tendency. That tendency is very high for chameleon. Okay, so here because of this itself we can see that white moth will be very high in number. Here dark colored moth will be very high because lichen count has got tremendously reduced. So here you cannot find white colored lichens at all. So you can see that less amount of white moth only will be there. Okay, so this had been observed by a particular person. No. Sorry, this is just a survey, and exactly like this also another survey had been conducted where pesticides had been used in a very large amount in a field. Okay, so those insects, okay, since they don't have any other option than the food that is on the farmland, well, I will not say to not use pesticides. Okay, if in case we are not using pesticides now, then in that case automatically what will happen? Insects will automatically eradicate, they will just destroy the field lands of our human beings. Okay, so when you are using a large amount of pesticide, what will normally happen is these insects will die. But since they have to live and also they have to get some sort of food source, what they have done is they have started to develop a particular strength, okay, against these pesticides. Okay, so that's it. So when some problem is there, this is you can use for your real life. When some problem is there, automatically you will be evolving to tackle that problem and you will be getting victory. Okay, well, here our life itself is problem. Main problem is physics problems only. We have to do now physics problems. Okay, so we will be meeting in another amazing video. Bye bye.